HR and employment law sometimes gets a rep for being a bit boring, and it can be, if you're lucky. Because for most employers, managing people is anything but uneventful. And if you've been in the business as long as we have, you'll know that HR can get pretty colourful. Let's take a look at some top HR facts you just won't believe are true. Number 1. You can't sack someone for pulling a sickie to go to the pub. Recently, an employee who was sacked after being spotted in the pub while on sick leave was found to have been unfairly dismissed. There's a lot of fine detail to this case, but ultimately the tribunal determined that just because someone isn't well enough to work doesn't mean they have to stay in the house. Employers, don't worry. That doesn't mean that your staff can call in sick and then do this, and this, and this. But it does mean that you can't automatically take disciplinary action just because they went to their local watering hole. HR fact number 2. There's a limit to your dress code at work. Anyone that's ever worked in hospitality or retail will be used to uniforms at work. But one big consultancy got into hot water recently when it pushed its dress code a little too far. Accountancy giant was accused of rampant sexism for forcing its female employees, and only its female employees, to obey very strict rules in what they wear. That included what shade of tights to wear, what colour nail varnish was acceptable, and even how high their heels should be. At Bright HR, we're much more laid back. In fact, we have no shoe policy at all, which I think means you need to come into work barefoot. HR fact number 3. Veganism is nothing to scoff at. Yep, we're doing it. We're talking about veganism. You'll probably be pleased if you're all about plant-based power, or maybe you're rolling your eyes if you're more of a hardcore carnivore. But no matter where you stand, you need to take veganism seriously in the workplace. In particular, ethical veganism. That's after a landmark tribunal case found that ethical veganism is a philosophical belief and should be protected by law. So, put simply, ethical vegans, people who try to exclude all forms of animal exploitation from their lifestyle, should not be discriminated against in the workplace because of their beliefs. Funnily enough, vegetarianism doesn't fall under the same anti-discrimination laws. Go figure. HR fact number 4. Flexible working requests can be pretty flexible. Okay, a quick quiz. UK employees have the statutory right to request flexible working after being with the same employer for 26 weeks or more. But which of the following is a legitimate reason to request flexible working? Finishing early to pick up the children from school. Starting work later to allow for early morning bird watching. Going part-time to explore your passion for tap dancing. Or working from home every Friday so that you can be at the pub at precisely 1 minute past 5. You guessed it. All of these are legitimate reasons to ask for flexible working. You don't have to agree with them, of course, but you do need to consider them seriously. Plus, it's actually against the law for an employer to crush an employee's dreams of tap dancing stardom. Okay, that one's not true, but I do love to dance. HR fact number 5. Compassionate leave does not extend to boy band departures. Back in 2015, Zayn Malik announced that he was quitting One Direction, which sent his legions of fans into mourning. So much so that our advice lines received 220 calls from baffled employers whose staff had requested, and you're hearing this correctly, compassionate leave to help them cope with the news. Now, we can all sympathise with a bit of boy band heartbreak, but this is definitely not what compassionate leave was meant for. Sorry, Directioners. So, there you have it. Top facts that prove that HR is anything but boring. To help you find the answers to your future HR dilemmas, try Bright Lightning. It's a free online tool that gives you the answers to thousands of HR questions, no matter how strange they might be. And as they've been carefully crafted by our team of legal pros, you can be confident that you're getting the right answers every time.